Oh, sorry about that. I'm just re-angling cameras. Hello. Look what turned up today. Yes, isn't it beautiful? Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it magnificent? The most beautiful thing ever, he says. Right. So yeah. So Legions Imperialis, the Mechanicum battle group, which I got from Element Games. Which, strangely enough, because I'd missed out on the initial allocation, and when I got my order through, eventually it said that I wouldn't be receiving it until the second issue, which was going to be the 15th. So this being on my doorstep when I got home today is very surprising, a very pleasant surprise, as you've probably seen elsewhere. There's a lot of badasses in it. So at the top, the Atziclarius Tecfrul Covenant, as it's called. The Phalanx cohort. I love Phalanx. Tech Priest Auxilia. Myrmidon's Secutor Host, which I also like Myrmidons. The Domitar Battle Automata Maniple. Myrmidon Destructor Host. So they're the heavy weapon dudes. Castellax Battle Automata Manipules. The Ursarax cohort. Vorax Maniple. Artalax Battle Automata Maniple. Archmagos Prime on a Beant. 4 Triorus. 8 Thanatar Siege Automata Maniples, which is also including the Kavas variant as well, which is the it has a Solex Lasgallan, and 2 Voltrax Stratos Automata Squadron. So these are pre-Dark Mechanicum Blight drones, technically. Hello, Legion Mortis. Hello, this book looks amazing. Yep, I'm not sure if you're here. You probably are. There's fireworks going off, and funnily enough, the other day there was a massive youths launching fireworks at each other, because just over there behind the screen is a park, and normally in the little car park section of the park you get all the boy racers come down there with their cars, playing music, smoking, the usual. But the other day there was it was like a 30-minute pitch battle between two groups. We actually found launch tubes and welding masks that was scattered when the police turned up. But more interestingly enough, for me, as I've gone out and was looking at fireworks and going, oh bloody hell, and all that, I got walking to the gate with my camera to try and catch some of the fireworks, basically going look what's happening outside the back of my house. And as I got to the gate, I saw a little light, and then suddenly a big streak of light which hit the gate, and I was oh, like that. Even though I was behind the gate, you don't expect to be shot at by a firework. I know what it felt like to be a merchantman ship travelling the Atlantic during the battle for the Atlantic, because it was just like he's in the films, a torpedo coming towards you. I don't recommend. It was not expected and not appreciated, really, because I'm made of flesh. I burn easily. But yes, so the Tagmata Battle Force, I love Tecmata, which some of people don't know what the Tecmata is. The Tecmata is the military arm of a Forge World, basically. So you have like the Cybernetica cohorts. You also have the Skitarius. You also have other elements as well, like the Myrmidons and all that sort of thing, different levels. But the Tecmata is basically an army formation. Now, for example, on Mars, there's like 4 macroclades, which are basically massive armies of Mechanicum. And obviously, they're there to defend the red. Cybernetic cohorts sending out their own sort of formations, because mostly in the Heresy, the most of the military was the Cybernetica going out and kicking ass. Sorry, it's so so the blurb at the top here reads, not that you can see it, but I'm going to read it for you. The Tecmata of the Mechanicum employ vast hosts of augmented tech thralls and rapid phalanx, supported by a bewildering array of battle automata. Fast-moving Vorax, the Vulturax range ahead of the main force, followed by the hulking Castellax and Domitar. These warriors of steel and ceramite forming the vanguard of the machine cult's armies. Behind this unceasing tide of death waits siege automata and the Archmagos that directs the onslaught with cold and unflinching logic. And that's what we've got here. Now, obviously, the Triaris are more for the Adsiclarius tech thralls, because everything else, well, maybe not the Myrmidons. Myrmidons are slow moving, so they might jump into them as well. But Phalanx, jump packs. Ursarax, jetpacks. Castellax and Artilax and everything, they're just going to stomp across the battlefield as best they can. And the Vulturax flyers and Archmagos and Abayan, they can float or whatever, wiggle and slam their way across. And the Vorax, same. Vorax are really cool because they're like little hunter battlesuits. Say battlesuits? No, sorry, not battlesuits. Cybernetics. So let's pop this in. I also got the campaign book as well, which is down to the side here. I want to get into the plastic. Ooh. How is the fireworks? Are you enjoying them so far? Basics galore. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 2 sprues. So with the Triaris, pretty straightforward by the looks of things. Yeah, so it's 4 little tanks, and we've got 6 infantry sprues. So these have got the Thanatars on there. So 4 Thanatars there. Another 4 Thanatars on there. There's, yep, just Thanatars on those 2 sprues. Then we've got 2 sprues which have got the Castellax, Vulturax. These are the Vorax. Sorry, these are the Vorax here. The Vulturax, Castellax, And I think that's about that. Although saying that, no, there's a Domitar there, because I recognise the grav hammer things that they have. So yes, because there was only two. Yeah, there was only two of them. Right, so that's that. And that's the same again, so Vulturax, Castellax, Vorax, and a Domitar. Then the last two sprues, which have Archmagos Abeyant, Adsequirus, who's there and there, so 20 per sprue. Phalax, and these Tecfruls there, Myrmidons there, Tech Priests, they're the Ursulax there, so where are the there's no infantry on the tanks. So these must be Artilax here. So yeah, there's two Artilax, two Domitars on the Castellax, Vorax, Vulturax sprue. Yeah, that's a lot of awesomeness. Pretty straightforward build, I think. Yeah. So these are definitely looking at. What's your colour scheme going to be? Right, I believe it will be Martian, because I have a Martian Mechanicum force in the big scale stuff. So yeah, it's definitely going to be Mars. I did consider doing the same sort of I think it was the Carthaginian cohort, which was attached to the Emperor's Children from Fulgrim, because they do mention about the battle automator. That's one of the only books that hasn't got Mechanicum involved, really, that has cybernetic units in there. So, but I've got to do Mars. Got to go with my Martians, my lovelies, and yeah. So they are pretty awesome looking. Those little dudes. Oh, that's really cool, because they've got some Phalax with the it looks like phased plasma fusels. So 4, 6 Ursulax. Yeah. So you basically got 1, 2, 3, 4. So you use 2 with lightning cannons, and then you'll have 1 with the plasma fusel on a base with your Phalax. I'm assuming you can hear that. Just finished my unbox video as well. Oh boy, hashtag this box. Yeah, it is a lovely box, and I say the amount of models you've got in there. 4 Triorus, and that is practically on top. the thing. It's not like, there's a huge freaking field over there. Like, they could go over to the far side. But no. Yeah, gunfire. Yeah. It's the Martian Civil War all over again. Yeah. As you might have missed earlier on, I was just telling that on Thursday night, there was basically a firefight going on between two groups of youths using fireworks. And I'm not going to lie, it went on for about half an hour in total. And the amount of fireworks, they must have stolen them, because there's no way there's youths out there spending that much on fireworks. It was like a miniature display. And they're back again, or someone's back again. But they did have police turn up to sort of escort them, going bugger off. But they did come back, and then some angry man chased them, and they buggered off again. All right, so I'm going to have a little look at the book. I have 2 of these boxes coming. Nice! Well, as I was saying earlier, I wasn't expecting mine for 2 weeks. Because when I put my order through, they were saying, well, first of all, there was a problem, because it wouldn't, it took payment, but it didn't acknowledge the order, because I was doing it through PayPal. But then PayPal reimbursed it, because the order hadn't been fulfilled, sort of thing. So I had to order again. So this was on the second day. So this was on the Sunday when I ordered it. And I got a confirmation email, and it was basically saying, you'll be part of the second batch, which you won't get yours until the 15th. So finding this on the doorstep today was rather lovely, to be fair. Know what you mean about the fireworks. It's like a bloody siege of terror here in a minute. That cat is in its hammock chilling and watching them. Yes. The Rise of the Dark Mechanicum. Oh, a new book smell. It is lovely. So you've got a little bit of what you can see, a little bit of fluffage. The Red Planet, First Blood, Titan Feud. Right, I'll read the Titan Feud. So, tensions between the Martian legios Mortis and Tempestus, ancient rivals since the Age of Strife, escalate, with the two Titan legios coming close to blows several times in the months prior to the siege of Magma City. In secret, Princess Penitolton Cumulus, who commands Legio Mortis upon Mars, has sworn his Titan service to the fabricated general's impending conquest of the Red Planet, promised the opportunity to finally lay the Stormlords low. Hostilities reach their height when Legio Mortis breaches the Tempest line, the ancient border between the two Legios domains. The Grand Master Indies Cavalerio of the Stormlords is severely wounded alongside his Titan, having pushed the God Engine to its breaking point as he hastened back to rejoin his Legio in defence of their territory. So that's something from the book Mechanicum by Graham McNeill. So throughout the book, there's a lot of tensions going on. Like, obviously, if you've read some of the Siege of Terror books, you know what's going on in the outside world. Oi, oi, hello. Welcome. How are you? Lovely to have you here. If you don't follow Lass Hammer already on Instagram, I suggest you do so, because she's lovely, and she's just gotten back into the hobby as well. She's also got her YouTube up, which is under the name of Lass Hammer. Much like me, you can search for Forge of Mars anywhere, and you'll find me sitting there grinning at you. But if you do that with Lass Hammer, you'll get someone a lot prettier. So that is from like the undercurrent that's going on with Mechanicum, because obviously the Stormlords, the Tempestus, have no idea what the fuck's going on, and all the bad guys with their long moustache twiddling neck things are basically pushing and pushing and prodding and everything. Gave her a follow yesterday on YouTube. Good man. But as we all know, shit got real fast, and yeah. Hope you're all well. I'm actually better. I've had a bit of a shitty week in general, and this morning, I found one of our cats dead. Unfortunately, I think it's like 14, 15 years old, but it's still a shock. So we've had that sort of thing on top of a couple of good friends. My friend Jeff lost his dog on Tuesday. Again, it basically had to put him to sleep, bless him, old Django. And then yesterday, my friend, brother from another mother, if you will, Brian, one of his dogs, Storm, who's one of the most even keenest natured doggos, is a Malamute. And he hasn't, I've seen him a couple of times this month when I've visited up there, and he's not been that well, but again, unfortunately, he passed yesterday. So yeah, so we've got Django, Storm, and Franny, who's a littlest cat, little black and white. She used to sit there with me when I'm playing the Xbox indoors, just sit there watching. You know, I don't know, she was trying to give me tips on how to do certain bits on games, but she used, all the other cats didn't bother, but she did. She come sat down next to me and kept me company. I was playing, like, Mass Effect or whatever. Oh no, I'm sorry. Cookie's looking. Oh no, not Cookie. He's 10. Oh, poor little Cookie. Give him a little scratch under the chin from me, please. My condolences. Pets are family members in my book. Yeah, they are, unfortunately. So you do get very attached to them, even though it's very quiet in there, because Franny was very vocal about being fed. So every day I go down to the kitchen before going to work to make myself a coffee. Meow, meow, meow. Yeah, okay. I'll do the food. And then, like, you'd go back down, like, half an hour later, it's like, meow, you've just been fed. Meow. Like, I'm starving. No, you're not. You just ate a pouch of food. But yeah, they are family, and she's had a good life. She's not had any problems at all in all the years. They've been quite happily living there with her sister Manny. Pardon, sorry. Very original names, Franny and Manny, but they were good. Although say that Manny is a homicidal maniac, hates humans. Yeah, he's been sulking in his bed for a day and isn't really eating today. Oh, hoping he's got a bug. He's snuggled on the sofa with me at the moment. Oh, bless him, little Cookie. Cookie cam. Back when that's how I managed to have her Twitch stream. We actually got her to do a Cookie cam, because you'd hear Cookie in the background, like occasionally snoring, and then actually put a little Cookie cam. So where Cookie was having a little snooze or just chilling, you could actually like watch him in the corner, like me. I'm like on a Cookie cam. But yeah, he was a very lovable little puglet. I've only had Ezekiel 18 months, but he's already a massive part of the family. Yeah, that's what they do. They sort of ingratiate themselves into your family, and basically they start owning you. That's what cats do. They own us. We live at their request. So So that was, as I say, a little bit of the underlying thing of the Mechanicum. And Mechanicum is one of my favourite Horus Heresy books, because it's the first one. Oh no, I've just turned the other page and now I'm sad. Um, oh, I'm going to have to read it now, sorry. Because it's only a timeline. We all know that lots of things got killed on Mars during the Civil War. So, as some of you will know, most of you know, my Titan Legio of choice, and is the Fire Wasps, and that's at the top of the next page. Grave of the Fire Wasps. That doesn't sound like it's going to be ending in a happy way at all. I'm just going to take a moment to compose myself as I read. The greatest threat to the Fabricator General's unfolding coup upon Mars, Legio Ignatum falls prey to the hosts of the Dark Mechanicum. Drawn forth by the bellicose titans of the Legio Pyria, Legio Ignatum battles the Lesser Legio through the night among the teardrop landforms of the Athabasca valleys, attaining a great tally of engine kills before withdrawing to rearm, satisfied their traitor Legio has been humbled. Yet, as the Fire Wasps withdraw, the rising sun silhouettes a fresh host of god engines on the march. Having waited for the Titans of Ignatum to expend much of their munitions and push their reactors hotter and hotter, a single maniple of Legio Mortis directs a combined host of Legio Damnosus and the Legio Tenenari in the eradication of their ancient rivals. In the Apocrypha of the Fire Wasps, it's oft recounted that a neophyte princeps, shocked by the sudden ambush, was blinded by the rising sun, erroneously fired the battle's first shot against another Legio Ignatum engine. A grim omen that would seal the fate of the Fire Wasp Titan on Mars. Yeah. They've changed it. So originally, during the Schism of Mars, in Mechanicum, Legio Ignatum do fight all day and all night against another Titan Legio. It was not any of the ones that were mentioned there. I think let's have a look. I don't know. It weren't Legio. I don't think it was Legio Magna. Legio Autumn. So, but basically, yeah. So they were out fighting for a day and a night, and basically both legios retreated from there, and that's the last you hear of Ignatum's presence on the red planet. I was just trying to find post-heresy. No, it's not post-heresy. We want Mars. What happened on Mars? Come on. Well, that's shit. Try this one. They might have it. Basically, I knew that the Ignatum engines on Mars did get fucked, because obviously it was mostly taken over by the traitors, although there were resistance against everyone. Hold on, Schism on Mars. Yeah, it doesn't say. Yeah, it doesn't say on Lexi or Finger anyway. So, yeah. By the way, no music. I've got music playing. There is music playing. I've got. Is there? Can anyone else hear music? Because I've got music playing. There is music there. Yeah, because basically the Mechanicum in Mechanicum, most of the loyalists, legios, get taken out because they're unaware what the fuck's going on. The Legio Fortidus, Dauntless, a lot of their higher echelons got wiped out. They would actually come back to the homeworld for discussions and stuff, as they normally do, and they got blown to shit. So out of the Dauntless, there was basically it was only the Legio Titans that were still out. They lost like 2/3 of their entire Legio in one foul swoop. There were several other Legios that lost horrendous amounts due to one of them, basically the reactors of its fortress temple got overloaded and they exploded, destroying everything within because of the scrap code. With Mechanicum, in Mechanicum, you had Camulus was there, leading his party, and he was like the head honcho of Mortis, and he got taken out by during the Battle of Magmar. So basically, all those Mortis engines that were present got taken out. Yes, there was probably some other ones elsewhere doing Mortis-y things, but yeah, they've changed it again. You know, as I said, we all knew that the Titans of Ignatum that were on Mars didn't get off Mars, but now they're saying that, yeah, it sounds very sinister that they're sent up against some minor Legio, finishes them off, heads home and gets ambushed. So I suppose makes it a little bit more darker, I guess. Still not nice to read as an Ignatum fan. Was it not Ignatum who led the rear guard when the Imperial Fists were evacuating the forges? No. You don't see Ignatum again in Mechanicum. They might have actually. No, saying that. No, I don't think they. No, I don't think they do. Because the reason why Sigismund and Camba Diaz is engaging and Fabricator Locus Crum's Forge World, trying to get hold of. They're trying to clear out all the weapons and stuff. And Sigismund was at Fabricator Locum Zagreus' Kane's forge to get hold of armor. So they were stripping that out, and the only reason they bugged out is because Mortis were walking upon Kane's forge, and they couldn't. There was no way they could defend against it. So they basically grabbed Kane, said, "You're coming with us, and whatever else we can get on board the ships," and they fucked off. So it was a smash and grab for the Imperial Fists. As I said, it was the two, Camba Diaz and Sigismund, who were there to retrieve materiel, which they did, which included a lot of Mark VI armor, which some of it was given to the Raven Guard when they turned up. I can hear you, and when I crank up the volume, faint music far, far away. Yeah, I think last time I was on, that somebody said that it was a bit too loud, so I turned it down. I can hear it. It might just been a lull. Yeah. Oh yeah. So basically, as I was just saying, loyalist reinforcements. Yeah. So this happened so many days after. So Grave of the Fire Wasp was 825.005, and this is 842.005. So that's 17 days. A measure of hope is restored to those pockets of resistance that retain loyalty to the Emperor when golden yellow gunships descend from orbit. The aircraft belong to the Imperial Fist Legion, and they split into two strike forces as they approach. With war raging across Mars, the 7th Legion moves to secure two principal forge complexes on Mars which supply Legion arms and equipment. The first strike force, led by Captain Sigismund, makes landfall at the forge of the fabricator Locum Kane, augmenting his defences and establishing a foothold on the planet. Supply ships descend to begin the process of ferrying Legion material to orbit, while Sigismund moves to assert control of the surrounding region by raiding traitor outposts. The second Legion, the second strike force, commanded by Captain Camba Diaz, attempts landing at the forge of Lucas Chrome, but is forced away when the Fane's guns open up on strike craft. Camba Diaz diverts his gunships to the edge of Chrome's domain and begins a campaign of hit-and-run assaults in an effort to plunder as much material as possible. So, yeah, they're basically ram raiding what they can get. Doesn't help that Crom's a traitor. And then you've got the Doom of Magma City, the Blockade of Mars, and lots of other awesome stuff. Yeah, so lots of time, Death of Innocence, the Fastest Defiant, the Akashic Reader, which is the other plot that goes through Mechanicum, with Dahlia Cyphera, who was what do they call her? She's the savant. They find her. She's working in an office on Terra, and she repaired something. And they said, "Aha, she's got skills," and so they came and picked her up, and she helps with the construction of the Akashic Reader. Conquerors. But there's a lot of stuff in here. More Mortis. Boo. Formations of Legend, flashpoints, so more missions in here as well. Triorus Armoured Conveyor. Cryos Battle Tank, or Krios Battle Tank, which you don't get in the thing. It's a Legio Gryphonicus engine. So it's like a little countdown of what's going on Mars. Some Dark Mechanicum units. So I have to move that from such. Right, just so then you can't see. So these are quite big in comparisons. Sorry, I thought I heard a cat. That just freaked the fuck out of me. But it was actually a book. So the Mechanicum units. More poster boys. Bloody Mortis are like the Ultramarines. So that's a 3,000 point army there. So you've got 4 Titans, then all the little critters. Oh, hello. Yeah, get Mortis on and look who turns up. God damn it. How are you, mate? For those, Reaver Kill in the chat is my nemesis. He's been my official nemesis for several years now. And he is a patriotic Mortis player and collector. I should have known that you would show your face around here. Bastion Lances, Barony Guard Lance, Ferox Light Maniple, Corsair Maniple. Just checking. I'd have seen if there was any like little stuff in there. Like, oh look, there's a new Titan. Demi Maniple Aeterna. So Reaver Battle Titan, Questoris Knight Banner, and 6 Krios Venators. And then expanding, so that's like a 2,100 points. 2 Lancers, 4 Vulturats, 1 Warhound, and no, 2 Warhounds with the expanded. Formations of Legend. That's what that is. That's actually... Ah, right, yes. A Formation of Legend. So that is basically Tempestus and Tyrannus, who were, or are, my Knight household. But that is a sweet tome, weighty as fuck, and I heard you say Mortis and appeared. Well, that's colour me surprise. But yeah, so there's lots of different sub-covenants, support detachments, all that jazz. They've got Vanguard detachments, battle tank detachments, Bastion detachments, transports. And Dark Tagma sub covenant. Don't know the sound of that. Ooh. Yeah, so all the stalkers and stuff. They're a bit nippy. It's movement 7 inches. Or 8 inches if you're the Erex Butcher Assault Stalker cohort. Yes, nasty, 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 nasty. Phalanx can move 7 inches. Nice. Archmagos and Abeyant 6 inches. Right, so if he's walking, it's only 5 inches. If he's on an Abeyant, it's 6 inches. But he does get a +1 extra bonus to his close assault factor. And an extra wound for 20 points more. So, Did you get any of the not ripped off from Mass Effect? No, I didn't know, because I would be focusing more on my Mechanicum, you know, my good boys, other than those naughty bad boys, because they're naughty. Naughty bad boys indeed. Now let's build some tanks, shall we? I'm in a tanky build mood. By the looks of it, my 2025 will consist of just painting stalkers, just stalkers, nothing else. It's like you're gonna have like I have in Titans, but just in stalkers, aren't you? I'm just hobby fuel. Yeah, have a scratch. Right. So I do like instructions where they actually say, glue it there, right there, the yellow bit, glue it there. So we'll build two at a time, because that seems like the done thing. So I'm really like, with the Mechanicum, I really wanted the Mechanicum just so you could, like, you know, field them alongside your Titans. You know, have a Knights and just have a full-on proper ding dong with Mechanicum. So you might have seen, obviously, on my Instagram yesterday and today, I did post up my up-to-date family photograph of my Emperor's Children task force, and today I done my House Divine task force. So it only makes sense to have Divine with the Emperor's Children. But what I'm really interested in is that obviously where I posted up the pictures, nobody's made a comment as yet about the colour of my tanks. And it's whether or not everybody already knows the reason why they're not all purple, or they're just not bothered. I'll go with the latter. They're not bothered. But it is what it is. Woo woo, motherfucker. Yes, no, been waiting for these, because it's nice to have another faction within. Well, we've got number two factions, really, haven't we? We've got obviously Dark Mechanicum and Mechanicum, because you can have Mechanicum with Dark Mechanicum, and but you can't have Dark Mechanicum with Mechanicum. That's wrong. So naughty. So 3, 4. But the with these guys, because as I say, the reason why I had a Mechanicum army was that back when the heresy first started, me and 3 friends were basically going, okay, who's going to do what legion and all that sort of stuff. And my friend Jim chose Emperor's Children. Now that was one that I wanted to do, but he was new to the hobby, and so it's kind of important to sort of, you know, get them keen and interested and stuff. And then I thought, well, I can't really do Emperor's Children because the last thing you want is have 2 people doing Emperor's Children, and especially, you know, because I've got a little bit more experience at painting at him at the time. You know, having to compare would be the worst thing to a hobbyist, is, you know, anyway. So you don't want to be in that situation with a new hobbyist and you're painting your stuff really well and they're not quite getting it or whatever. It's a negative. You don't need that. So I said, okay, I won't do them, and I was going to do Death Guard. So I painted my very first Heresy model was a Death Guard, Tactical Marine. And I thought, yeah, I really like that. And then when you're reading up on the rules and realise that you can't, you know, for me, again, it might be a little bit sort of like, well, no, to be fair, I wanted Loyalist Death Guard. But you can't have Death Shroud Terminators, really, because they are the personal bodyguard of Mortarion, and they're never more than 49 steps away from him. So it's hard to believe a guy would be a Death Shroud and a Loyalist. So I thought, well, sod that then. Can't do that. I basically just done myself out of it. So I didn't go that route. And so I thought, well, what can I do now? What can I do now? And I thought, well, Ultramarines were my, you know, my favourite chapter, sort of thing. But I realised that they weren't going to be around for a while, and you want to get going on a hobby. You don't want to sit around going, oh, I've got to wait several years. And so I sort of opted with Mechanicum. So my very first battle force was Mechanicum. So mostly Phalanx, some Castellax, and obviously some Archmagos stuff. And then I got into when like book 2 came out / book 3. I knew that Raven Guard was another one that I liked because my 40k army that I had was Raptors, and I thought that'd be cool to have the Raptors in the Heresy, you know, where they started from their beginnings and all that. And Deliverance Lost had been released, and it was like, oh, this is cool. I liked it. I liked Deliverance Lost. And yeah, so I thought, all right, I'll go Raven Guard, and then I started doing Raven Guard, which conveniently could ally with Mechanicum. So I thought, that's a win. I've got Mechanicum, so I can have them. And then you had the Praevians. So I thought, even better. So I always had a force that could combine with Mechanicum units. So that built up to quite a hefty, you know, battle force I could bring to bear, because not only would I have my Legion assets, I would also have my Mechanicum assets. Then obviously Knight assets and Titan assets. So that's why my Mechanicum, my Martian Tagmata, which was the fourth Methuselah cohort, and they were my guys that I made and believed in. The Mechanicum are fucking cool. They were and are. Yeah, I like the purity of them, sort of thing. They're a bit fucking weird, admittedly. You know, they're sticking what they do to, like, you know, their mortals that go into, like, you know, Phalanx. That is horrifying what they do to Phalanx, but they have a purpose. Job security. The Mechanicum never delete anything. Mm. Actually, I think you can transport Castellax in Triorus. I've wanted a Dark Angel Mechanicum Armor since I book dropped him for 28 mil. Well, I'm sure that they'll be bringing them out in 28 mil. I think it was the one that surprised me was when they unveiled the Mechanicum box set, was the models for the Artilax, because that was the one model that Cybernetica didn't have for the longest time. And now they have. That's still don't know why we haven't got Domitars. Not Domitars. The Night. The big Knights. Not quite as big as a Castus, but, you know, the Conqueror and the Valiant. Those dudes. Why they're not in Heresy, or, you know, because most Knight suits have been around for longer than Titans. The Knight suits go back to M50, well, 15,000. So they've been around at the time of Heresy for 15,000 years, whereas Titans have only been around for at most 5,000 years, from what I remember. Unless they've changed that again. Just kit bashing them for now. Yeah. Well, you can do that. If there's loads of kits you can probably do that with anyway. Mm-hmm. Right. We have these things. The little prow ram. Yeah, the Magos in the 40k Venom crawler body and 40k Dominus kit combined. Get that. So it's really quite nice and straightforward build on these. Little tiny mechanical tanks. Oh, wrong page. Give me some cogs. See, when I was, younger, stupid, I always thought that with the Mechanicum, because they built everything, that you could have done like a Mechanicum Codex years ago, and basically like had them going around in like souped up Land Raiders and stuff, because they're the Mechanicum. They have access to everything. They build everything. Why not? But in a way, I'm kind of glad that he didn't, and that we got the Triorus and the Krios on these. Interesting. So little coggy bits you don't actually glue apparently. Seems different. Right. So now let's give that a little tidy. And that bit. I wouldn't like to see these just tearing around behind a bit there, bit there. Along here. Oh. Not forgetting to pop. Don't know why it's important to have that not glued. It does say don't glue, so I haven't glued it. So they still turn. There you go. One little dot. We've got the little top covers as well now, so the canopy. Alright, now we've got the fiddly bits. These little shield generators. Let's script that round. Do teeny tiny. Shield gens. And we've got some Volkites. And some bolters. Well, Mauler bolt cannons, which in the original Heresy rules, the Mauler was like an AP3 marine killer, which I appreciated. Because the Castellax had them. I actually, in one of the first games I actually fielded them in, I was playing Andy Hoare at Warhammer Horus Heresy Weekender, and I literally chased him around the battlefield because he was avoiding them like the plague. Fun times. And these are Volkites. Sounds like more fireworks are going to be in the offing soon. as you probably just heard that one. So, oh yeah, sorry about that. Hello there, Adrian Bofa. And how are you? Build a Thanator next. Twin link Mauler bolt cannon look way better choice. Yes. Just make sure that they're squished in. There you go again. To Trioris. Oh, I'll do these bits. One. No, nothing left on that sprue. These are like little rockets. So that's 2 Trioris sorted out. So you're doing Archmagos. Oh. Right. Right. Ba, 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 ba. What's that? Good news must be if it's in that box, the 28mm kit might be along soon. I would assume so. Yeah. Oh, this would just be with the plasma mortar. So that's the first one it shows. Five, six. And what's this? 1, 2. Little loin plate. Oh, damn it. Oh, this is not good. You get 8 Thanatos. Oh, ouch. Oh, there you are. Found you. Whoop. So you've actually got, with the plasma mortar, 2 options of open or closed. I'm going to go open with this one. So basically, where it says like 18C on here, on above, 18C represents all 4 smaller bolt cannons. So it personalises to the one that you choose. There you have one teeny tiny Thanatar. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that. So not too fiddly to work with. So what we're looking at, so each leg is 3 parts. The groin is 2 parts, so that's 8. Torso is 2 parts, 10. 11, 12 for the arms, and 13, 14. So each Thanatar is at least 14 pieces. For such a tiny little dude. So in comparison, so this is a scimitar, not a scimitar, a javelin. I was building these last night for my infantry children. So yeah, same height, but that's got so much more chunk. Yes. And that goes on a 32mm base. Sweet. Right, what I'll do, I'll build one more furniture. Because it has been a very long day. So yeah, because I didn't see you on Wednesday, did I? So yeah, so actually, because I didn't see you last Saturday because I was away. So as some of you may recall, Saturday morning I was at MGM Comic Con. I was invited down by Bandai Namco for the sort of Gundam I don't want to say influencer because I'm not that much of an influencer, but you know, I'll go. I was happy to go. It was really quite fun to see some of my friends, because they're getting a few sort of like Warhammer people involved now. So Peachy and Louise Sugden was down there. Let's Make It Orky came down. Jade Ivana. I don't know how to pronounce her tag name. But it's my friend Jade, who's wholly responsible for any Gundam stuff that I may have ventured into. They were there. Also, my friend Ben. He came down and joined in, and yeah, it was good to see Kieran and Sam from Bandai UK. Unfortunately, Dan, who's the third member of that particular trio, he was there on a Friday, but not a Saturday. But yeah, got to see like the new kits that they're bringing out. There are some event exclusives. Unfortunately, I was in such a sort of a tight schedule because that weekend I was actually attending a role play weekend up at my friend Brian's in Leamington Spa. But I couldn't not attend an invite from Bandai. So so I went down there, saw everyone. We done like a little build session with some other like sort of influencers. The painting coach Lloyd was down there, which was really awesome because like, you know, we follow each other and we have done for ages, and it's nice to actually meet somebody that you've had interactions with on social media. So that was cool, and yeah, it was just a really nice little get together to hang out, meet other people within the Gundam community. Also meeting Mr. Hobby, or a representative of Mr. Hobby. If you're doing Gundam and Gunpla, Mr. Hobby makes a whole host of basically like weathering pens, panel lining pens, inks, all sorts of like other things. Like there's a little miniature. Actually, I can show you. Actually, because I did get some. He says so. These real touch markers. So these give you that sort of, you know, you put them on, and then using these little shiny Gundam bits to actually just get off any excess or decal application for makeup application and touch up. So they're really cool. Little paint trays. Because there is a whole, that's a Gundam marker. So that's for doing lining on kits. And some other pens that I've managed to pick up as well. So that was pretty cool. That was very cool to be fair. And we got to build another RX-93 double F Gundam kit, which is whenever you attend a sort of a Bandai build along thing, you get a free one, which is the RX-78, the traditional Gundam, the original Gundam. Or if you pay £10, you get a better kit, which is the RX-93. And to be fair, I do rather like the RX-93. It's got a little more sleekness to it. closed version on that. Saw my friends Kaylee and Dennis from Rival Corner, sorry, who they're basically my go-to Gundam store. There was their first Comic Con, so they seem to be doing a good bit of trade down there. And so it's just important because they're a small independent, bringing Gundam to the world, and yeah, there was a lovely little catch up with them before it went a little bit crazy. What are you planning on buying next? Well, I've got a lot to be getting on with for the time being. So I've still got a Reaver Titan, what do you call them? Iconoclast Titan up there. I've got some more Legion drop pods. I've still got the fast attack elements for my Emperor's Children to do as well. So, and now these guys. I've got enough to be getting on with for now. How about yourself? What you've got planned? You've got, is it 2 boxes you've gone for? I've also still got to do some Gundam work as well. I've still got. I've been faffing about with plans and schemes within schemes. But okay. Open dude. It could fit inside a paint pot. Yes, I like them. I like them a lot. Yes, so they are pretty good. 2 Trioris, 2 Thanatos. 2 is the magic number here. But yeah, I'm really quite loving these little dudes. I love Mechanicum so much. And I shall definitely be looking forward to painting these little badasses as well. But as I said, I was just going to go with that for now because I've got work tomorrow and I'm pretty tired. Ooh. So thank you again for all coming to hang out with me and to learn a little bit from the Mechanicum, from their background or stories, the timelines in fact, and just seeing how they are fairly straightforward and easy to do. So instructions work and these look absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, so you've got the 8 Thanatos, which I think you get like 6 and 2 maybe, He says so. You've got another 2 Thanatos there. So it says so. Yeah. So each sprue you can have 2 Thanatos and 2 Kavas class Thanatos, which are the ones with the laser cannons. Right. As I said, thank you for coming and hang out. I'm going to chill for a bit. So thank you all for coming along. Should be back on for Wednesday for some more hanging out. Hopefully one day when I'm not too tired, I'll actually do a longer stream because, as I say, I'm only doing really like a couple of hours an evening. But this is the busiest time of year in my work, so it's do you not get? No, you don't. You've got the variants on the plasma mortars, but you don't get the base part of the plasma mortars, so you can only have 2 of each per sprue, which isn't bad because I think there's 2 for a unit, and then you can upgrade in them. Well, I'll know more Wednesday when I'm back on. But yeah, no, these are really, really nice little models. Nice size as well, so you can still see detail on them, which is quite important. But the little Triorist conveyor. So 4 of them in the box, 8 of these guys in the box. So I would assume when it comes to releasing these as individual units, like Spartans, you'll get 4 of them, you'll get 8 of them because there's 4 on a sprue. So that would make sense. So like the unit ones, which range between sort of 20 odd to 30 quid, depends on where you buy them from. So 8 Thanatos would be a Bastion unit, I guess, full Bastion unit. But you would only have 4 with the plasma mortars and 4 with the Solex las cannons. I hope to see more Dark Mech tomorrow on Sunday preview. Oh, I forgot about that. Definitely something to look forward to tomorrow then. But as I said, thank you very much for all coming to hang out this evening, and I'll see you again on Wednesday, which I may even be painting some of these by then. Well, but I'll just be building other stuff. We will see. But until then, thank you very much, and I hope you have a great rest of your weekend, whatever you're doing, and I will see you again in Wednesday evening for Wednesday Night Warlord. So until then, peace out. See ya.